This class is for class 7 and chapter we were discussing was fractions and decimals. So in continuation to part 4, this is part 5 and we were discussing exercise 2e up to second question, third question we have discussed. Now we will discuss question number 4 and in that you have to write the fraction as repeating decimal. Repeating means in which the division process never ends. Second question is 4 upon 15. So what are you going to do? Simply divide 4 by 15. When you divide, you put a 0 at a decimal sign. Here it will be 40. So 15 2s is 30. Now 10 is left. Again put a decimal. Now 15 6 90. Now again 1 is left. 10 is left. Again a decimal. Means 6 6 6 6 and so on. It means 4 upon 5 can be written as 0.2666 or you can say 0.26 bar or even you can say 0.26 and on 6 you put a point like this. Now we will take question number 5. It is 5 upon 12. Again the same process will be followed. That will be same process will be followed. 5 by 12 means 5 is divided by 12. You put a 0, put a decimal, increase 1 0. 4 is 48. 2 left. Now 2 left, again increase a 0, 20, so 12 ones are 12, 8 is left, again a 0, 80, 6 are 72, again 8 is left, 0, 6 are 72 and so on. It means its value is 0.416666. So this can be written as 0.41666 dash dash dash. Then even you can write 0.416 bar or you can write 0.416 and a point on the top. Now let's take question number 7. That is 9 upon 11. 9 upon 11. You remember 9 11? So we will see what is 9 upon 11. Nine upon 11 means again 9 will be divided by 11. So put a 0 and a decimal and put a 0 over here. So 11, 8s are 88. 2 left, 0, 20, 1s are 11, 9, again a 0, again 8, so 88, again 2s left, 0, 1, again 11 and so on. It will continue. So it means you are getting it as 0.8181 dash 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 or you can say 0.81 bar. Bar will be on 8 and 1 both. Or you can say 0.81 point on 8 and 1 means 81 81 81 are repeating. Now next is question number 5. Write the first 3 fractions as decimals. You will simply divide and you can write it in decimal. So we are leaving this as well as we are leaving the 6th question also. Write the decimal as fraction or mixed number. Simply you will suppose I take first part, that is 0.15. So you remove the decimal, it will become 100 and it will be 5 3 the 15 upon 20. Now divide 3 by 20. So put a decimal and a 0. So 20 1 is 20. Now 10 is left, you increase 1 0, that is, or you can say 0.15 or simply you can say you have to convert it into fraction or a mixed number. So that is already converted to a fraction. Nothing is there. So now we move on to question number 7. Change the following recurring decimals to a vulgar fraction. In this I am taking the second question. It is 0.25 bar. Now remember, in the previous video we have discussed, if the question is given like this, first of all we will assume the number as a variable. So let us consider, or let us say, let x is equal to 0.25 bar. Now my main concern there also was to make all the numbers that are after the decimal as 0, or to eliminate all the numbers that are present after the decimal. So when the numbers are after the decimal, it means to eliminate this we have to multiply the whole equation by 100. So here it will be 100x, and this means what? 0.25, 25, 25 and so on. I want this decimal to move 2 points. So I have multiplied by 100. So now this will become 25.25, 25, and so. So we can say this as 25.25 bar. What we have done? We have assumed a number as x is this, which means 0.25, 25, 25 and so on. So we multiply by 100. Why we multiply by 100? Because the concept is to make all the numbers after the decimal as 0. So what I did? 25.2525 means you multiply by 100. Now you got this as 100x. Let us name it as equation number 2, and let us name this as equation number 1. Subtracting equation number 1 from equation 2. What we are doing? Subtracting equation 1 from equation 2. When we are subtracting, second equation is 100x is equal to 25.25 bar, and first equation is x is equal to 0.25 bar. Minus. Now it means all these numbers after the decimal will cancel each other and final value will be 0 after the decimal. Before the decimal we are getting 25 minus 0 is 25 is equal to 100 minus 1 is 99x. So x is equal to 25 upon 99, that is the value. Let us take fourth part. Next I am taking fourth part. I am doing in the multiples of 2. So the fourth part is 5.2 bar. So again we will do the same thing. Let x is equal to 5.2 bar, which means 5.222 and so on, dash dash dash. Now in this what we need to do, if I shift this decimal to this place, one place towards the right, it will become 52.22222. It means this minus 52.22 will give me 0 after the decimal. It means we have to multiply this by 10. So 10x will be 52.2 bar, or you can say 52.222 and so on. Again, let us name this equation as equation number 1. This is equation number 2. Subtracting equation 1 from equation 2. What we will get? 10x is equal to 52.2 bar and x is equal to 5.2 bar. When you subtract, all the 2's after the decimal will cancel, means after the decimal we will get 0. 52 minus 5 is 47. So 47 is equal to 10 minus 1 is 9x. So x is 47 upon 9. Now this is not a proper fraction. So what you will do? You will divide 47 by 9 and you will write the number in a mixed fraction form. So 9 5s is 45 2 is left. It means it can be written as 5 whole 2 upon 9. That is the final value. 9 5 is 45 and 247 upon 9. This is the final value. Now we will move on to question number 6. Now question number 4, 6 part is you have to write 23.43 bar as a fraction. The very first thing what we have done, we have assumed x is equal to 23.43. Now my concern is that this decimal should be after 43, means this number is 23.434343 and so on. So what I will do, I will multiply by 100. 100x is equal to 2343.43 bar, or it means 2343.434343 and so. Now again the same thing we are going to do. This is equation number 1, this is equation number 2. Subtracting equation 1 from 2, equation 2. This is 100x is equal to 2343.43 bar, and this is x is equal to 23.43 bar. When you subtract, all these numbers will get cancelled, and after the decimal you will get 0. 3 minus 3 0, 4 minus 2 is 2. 3 2 is equal to 99x. It means 2320 upon 99 is equal to x, and then what you will do, you will divide 2320 by 99. So when you will divide 2340 by 99, so 2s are 9 2s are 18, 198. So 6 and 9 and 2 12, 260. So it will be by 3. 3 9 are 27, 2 27 29. 2 3 4 198. Now this will go by 3, 297, left is 43. So this can be written as 23 whole 43 upon 99. That question is question number 8. The question reads, look at the decimal. If the pattern continues, is it repeating decimal? So in one go you can say, if you look at this, you can say it is repeating. But in fact this is not repeating. Why? Because in repeating decimals, the number should repeat after fixed intervals. In this you can see 2 is repeating after 1, it's okay. But again these two 2's are repeating after 2 ones, these 3 2's are repeating after these. So this is a non-repeating decimal. It is a non-repeating decimal. Now this is the right answer. Next is question number 9. A student found the decimal expansion equivalent to of 7.18 7 upon 18 to be 0.38 bar. He writes 0.38 bar. A question has been given to a child to write 7 upon 18 as a decimal. So he is writing 0.38. The question says find where he was wrong. So when we divide 7 by 18, it will be 0. 8 is 8, 8 is 64, 6, 144. Then again 10 minus 4 is 6. 5 again 160. So again 144, again 160, again 144 and so on. So 3.8888. So it means after dividing, we found 7 upon 18 was equal to 0.38888 and so on. So the bar should come only on 8. So where was the mistake of the child? He has put the bar both on 3, 8. It means 0.3838 and so on. But when we actually divided, we found it is 0.38888 and 8. So the right answer is 0.38 bar. Now we have done the exercise 2E, all the questions. but I think we haven't done anything in exercise 2D. So in this we will be doing last questions, that is from question number 6. So I'm solving it from 6 onwards. It means up to question number 5 you can practice them in your practice registers. We will be doing exercise 2D from question number 6 onwards. And question number 6 is evaluate to the nearest whole number. It is 6.25 plus 7.08, 7.08 plus 0.61, 0.61 plus 1.02. You have to evaluate all these. You have to evaluate. Evaluate means find the value of to the nearest whole. Whole means to the nearest whole number. So first of all we will add, and while adding we will follow the rule that decimal comes below the decimal point. Now 8 and 2 10 and 6 16, 1 carry, 6 and 3 9, and 7 2s are 14. So it became 14.96, means it is approximately we have to evaluate it to the nearest whole number. Whole number is 14.96. So 14.9, what I said in the previous video, we look to the number which is to be found. We look to the next number of that. So whole number is this 14. So we will concentrate on 9. Since 9 is more than 5, so we can say this can be approximated to 15. That is the final value. Now we move on to question number 7. Question number 7 says again evaluate up to 3 decimal places. So let me write 6 point. It is 6.74915 plus 0.000 3 zeros and 6 7, and then minus, so first we will add them. Whatever is the minus, that will be later on subtracted from the sum. When we add, this is 7 and 5 12, 6 1 7 1 8, 9 4 7.6. After adding we are getting 6.74982. Okay, now you have to subtract minus 2.0 minus 2.0 394. Now you can see here there is no decimal, no value, no number, so you can place a 0. And when we subtract 2 minus 0 is 0, 8 minus 4 is 4, 9 minus 9 is 0, 4 minus 3 1, 7 minus 0 7, 6 minus 2 is 4. This is the value, but we have to write it up to correct 3 places of decimal. So 1, 2, 3. This is the third place. It means we will concentrate on the next place. Next is 4. And since 4 is less than 5, so this number will remain as it is, means this 0 will not convert to 1. If here it would have been 5, this would have been 4.711. But now it will be 4.710. It will not change. So that is the final value. Now let's do question number 8. In question number 8, it is 4.63985, 4.63985 multiplied by 0.7, and you have to write it correct up to 3 decimal places. 4.63985. So when you multiply 7 5s are 35, 3 carry, 7 8s are 56 and 3 59, 5 carry, 7 9 is 63 and 5 68, 621 and 627 2, 42 and 244 4, 32. Now where to place decimal? We will count all the decimals. We will count all the decimals and add. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3.247895. You have to write it correct up to 3 decimal places. So 1, 2, 3. We will concentrate on fourth one. This is 8. Since 8 is greater than 5, so this 7 will convert to the next number. That means it can be written as 3.248, and that is the final value. Now let's see question number 9. Question number 9, what it is? Again multiplication 10.3 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 1. 10.0001 into 0.009. So 9 ones are 9, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 9. Then you put a cross 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again 2 cross 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now when you add, it will be 9, 0, 0, 0, 0, 9, 0, 0. Where to place decimal? We will add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Means decimal will be added to this place, and we have to write up to 3 decimal places. First, second, third. Fourth one is 0. We will concentrate on fourth one. Fourth one is 0. Since fourth one is 0, it means there won't be any change in the previous one, that is the third one. So this number can be written as almost equal to or approximately 0, 9, 0. That is the final value, or even this can be written as 0.09. This is the final value. Now the next question is question number 10. I just discussed question number 10 also. So let's see. You have to divide. What it is? 65 upon 7. Question number 10 is 65 upon 7 correct to 3 decimal places. So what we'll do? We will divide 65 by 7. 7 nines is 63. 2 left. Put a decimal, increase 1 0. 7 twos are 14. 14 and 6. So 0, put a 0. 7 eights are 56. Again 4 left, 40. So 7 fives is 35. 5 50s left. 7 sevens are 49. 1 is left. 10, 7 ones are 7, and so on. It will continue. But we have to write up to 3 decimal places. So we found the answer we have to find the answer at least up to 4 places. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It means 65 upon 7 can be written as 9.28571 or whatever, and so on. But we have to convert it up to 3 decimal places. So third is 5 and the fourth one is 7. So 7 is greater than 5. It means 5 will convert to 6. It means it can be written as 9.286. This is the final answer. So by now we have finished the whole chapter of fraction and decimals. Now I will be taking a class for exercise 2A, because I was getting few comments, few students wanted exercise 2A also to be discussed. So I'll be discussing 2A and I'll be telling you which questions you have to do in your fair notebook. But for now, whatever we have done here, that needs to be there in your FAIR notebook, chapter wise and according to the exercise. So stay tuned and please like, subscribe and stay at home. Thank you.